Hey, my name is Scott and I recently brought a property at auction, and one of the things that I always get asked is, what is bridging finance and how does it work? So in today's video I will be breaking down what bridging finance is, how it works and when to use it. By the end of the video you'll understand how to leverage it for your own property investment deals. Anyway, let's get into it. So the main problem. One of the issues that you're likely to face when you are trying to invest into property is trying to secure finance or loans in a short period of time to make sure that you get that deal. Because you want to act quickly on the opportunity and make sure that you secure it. But there is many different scenarios in which you might try and use bridging finance. So that might be buying a property at auction, trying to buy an investment property in some kind of cash deal, or just trying to save a chain of sales from falling through. Obviously, delays can cause lost opportunities and losing money as well. Bridging finance is designed to fill that gap. However, not many people know how it works because it is not one of the most traditional ways to finance a property. So, what exactly is bridging finance? In simple terms, it is a cash loan to bridge the gap in between trying to secure longer term financing. Think of it as a literal financial bridge for immediate cash needs to get you from point A to point B. Bridging finance allows you to borrow money very quickly. Typically, bridging finance is on a term of up to 12 months. Sometimes you can extend this, sometimes you can get 6-month fixed term contracts, but generally speaking, most people tend to go for a 12-month option. And bridging finance is commonly used in property transactions when you need the funds fast. So how does it work? Typically speaking, when you are taking out a bridging finance arrangement, you will be either using your own property as a guarantee and collateral, or the property that you are looking to buy. This is partially due to the high risk nature of the financing. So lenders will assess the value of the property, and if everything matches up, then you will get your funds pretty quick. Sometimes even within a matter of days. The key to this is making sure that you get a good valuation on the property. Otherwise, things can get complicated really quickly. When you take out bridging finance, there tends to be a lot of fees included. So there will be a setup fee, which is not cheap. When I took this out, it cost several thousands of pounds. You'll also have to pay for their valuation. You'll have to pay for legal documents and potentially a legal guarantee. There is also a monthly interest that is charged, which can either come out monthly or be taken out at the start before you even get the cash. Sometimes this interest is charged up front and taken out of the loan which you are looking to get. Then at the end, if you haven't used all that interest, you can claim some of it back. And this is likely to try and reduce the risk that the lender has. But all these fine details will vary depending on which lender you look to use. So when to use bridging finance? Bridging finance is ideal for several scenarios. That might be buying a property at auction, trying to secure a property before you've sold your own house, or trying to finance renovations and quick property flips. If timing is crucial, this type of financing might be your best option. So you're probably sitting there watching this video thinking, isn't bridging finance risky? And to be honest, yes, it is very risky, especially if you don't have a clear exit strategy in place. However, as long as you have a plan on how you're going to settle the financing with the bridging company, then you should be okay. Realistically, the two best options that you have is either selling the property to make a profit or refinancing and taking out a long-term mortgage and paying off the finance agreement that you have with the bridging company. So I'm going to give you a scenario of when you want to use bridging finance with some rough numbers. Obviously, not everything is going to be exact in this, but it will give you an idea. I've tried to keep the numbers simple so it is easy to follow. So let's say there is a property that you want to buy and it is £100,000. You're going to need to put down a 25% deposit if you are going to take bridging finance out on the property. But with some modernisation and some improvements, you think the property might be worth £150,000. Next, you would try and negotiate with the seller and tell them that you are a cash buyer and you have nothing to sell, so you have no chain. And this might make you more attractive and get a better deal from the seller. So let's say you do some haggling and you manage to get the property for £90,000. Now your deposit would actually only be £22,500 rather than £25,000 as you've got a better deal. So now you renovate the property and you add value to it, you improve it, you make it nice, and you try and get it to that £150,000 which you think it might be worth. Now you might do some of the work yourself because you want to try and save money on tradespeople. However, you will have to pay the monthly interest, so you might do some calculations and think it's actually worth spending the money to get the property done sooner rather than later because you'll save money on the interest. Obviously here you need to do some maths and work out what might work best for this scenario. Now that the property is all renovated and modernised, you are going to remortgage the property at the £150,000, which hopefully the valuer will also agree. Now that 25% of the £150,000 of the property would be £37,500. But you haven't got to put that money into this deal because you have generated that equity by improving the quality of the property. But perhaps you might look to sell the property and pay off the original bridging finance of £90,000 and pocket the profit, which is going to be in the region of £60,000 minus the trades costs, brokers fees, sellers fees, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you can see how this could be a very good strategic tool when trying to do property investment. Typically speaking, the property market moves fast, so if an opportunity comes up, you want to make sure that you can seize the moment and hopefully make some money in the process. By understanding bridging finance and how it works and when to use it, it can definitely open up some new opportunities which you might have thought might not have been there. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's video on bridging finance. If you have, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you soon in the next one.